Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back once again for another update on the channel. Today's video, I'm going to show you guys which stocks I'm going to be buying today, and I'll give you guys an update on our Canadian-based dividend portfolio, and I'll give you guys an update on all the craziness that's been happening for Canadian stocks over the past, couple weeks or so. I'll give you guys an update on what's going on in the general stock market. So like usual, the first thing we will focus on is the stock portfolio itself. I'm going to give you guys a quick little update so you guys can see how our stocks have been performing and how the past week or so has really affected our portfolio. And then towards the end of the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys an update on how I'm living off my dividend income. And since that's the basic goal of this channel is to eventually build a dividend-based portfolio, that's basically what we do. Is I like to do these updates. I like to share with you guys my transparent investing and show you guys just a simple way to grow your income passively with investing in Canadian stocks. So let's jump inside the portfolio. Let's check out our WealthSimple trade account and let's see how things are doing. Alright guys, before we go any further, let's do a quick little update on the WealthSimple trade and the personal TFSA accounts. So here's the total for these two accounts. We have $97,000, $668, and that's comprised of two accounts. That's a personal account, which is about just under $8,000, and then a TFSA, which is just under $97,000. And these are the two main accounts that I use on this platform, my TFSA being the big account and then the personal account being the one we made afterwards. I do have plans to make an RSP in the future, and that's going to be a video series. I'll probably come out and I'll just kind of give you guys updates on a regular basis as well. And I also started a crypto account. I'm thinking about maybe doing a crypto series as well. If you guys are interested in the comments, let me know, and I'll think about doing something like that as well. I think it'd be kind of fun to just have some fun with, but let me know what you guys think. So quick little update on the TFSA. So once again, this is our main account on WealthSimple Trade. Over the past day, the TFSA is up $300, so we got a bit of a jump up this morning. The past week was actually down quite a bit. We can see we're down negative $500, and we're kind of got that rise back up, and that's mostly in Canadian stocks, but also in US stocks as well. Over the past month, we're up 1%. Over the past 3 months, we're up 2%, which is $2,000. You can see it's starting to add up quite a bit. And then over the past year, we're up $6,000, $433. And then all time, it's up once again about that 8%. Now, keep in mind, I did make a big deposit. I always feel like I got to mention this. I did make a big deposit in August from a previous account that was up $11,000. So that wasn't factored in here. So you can kind of think about if you want to take the whole $90,000 since I first started investing in the beginning of 2019, it should be more about, it should be up about $17,000 just because I did transfer my invest account into this trade account. So that can kind of get a little bit confusing, but figure I'd mention that because if you don't see that, it looks really bad. But otherwise, we have the personal account, which is a more reflection of what's been going on recently. Once again, 1% over the past day, so it jumped up a bit too. But over the past week and past month, it's actually down in the negative. But over the past 3 months, all time it's up $211. Over the past year, it's up $264, and then all time it's up 3%. So even though we had a bit of a dip recently, the portfolios are still doing good, and the stocks are doing quite well in our personal and our TFSA account. And before we go any further, I just want to quickly touch upon the dividend income. So if you guys missed my last video, so you can take a quick peek and see how much dividend income we made inside this portfolio over time, since that it really is the goal of this portfolio is to invest in dividend growth-based stocks. And in regards to the dividend income for the account, it's been a slow but steady growth. In the beginning, we were really focused on dividend stocks, and then I made a bit of a switch where I focused on dividend growth stocks as well as some US stocks as well, just to put inside the TFSA. But nonetheless, the growth for dividends have been compounding and growing quite a bit over the past little while. You guys can see in the beginning it wasn't very much, but we're currently finishing up September with $129 already in dividends. So we're kind of hit that point where we're making about $100 or so, give or take, per month, and our total dividends is $969, just under $1,000 in total dividends for the portfolio. And here's a cool little graph you guys can see that basically show you guys how the dividend income has grown over time. And if we go inside a WealthSimple trade portfolio, here's some of the more recent dividend payments I got as well. So you have H&R REIT, VDY, which is our big one, $94. That's our biggest monthly dividend fund, and that pretty much pays out most of the dividends for this portfolio. And then we have some other stocks here at the bottom that paid some dividends as well. So the stocks I'm going to be focusing on today are going to be some beaten down stocks that have kind of took a bit in the dip. There's a quick little recap on the personal account. We have $100 to buy today, which isn't a lot of money. So I'm going to split this between two stocks. I talked about TD in my previous video, how it's been hit pretty hard. And if we go over the past week, TD is down 1%, but check this out, over the past month, it's still down negative 5%. So good quality stock like TD, TD Bank stock is always a good buy, and up year to year, it's up a 30% over the past year. So once again, good recovery. You can never go wrong with the bank stocks. And whenever the bank stocks take a big dip, especially my favorite one like TD, I'm always going to be buying. And because TD does have a fractional buy here on WealthSimple Trade, I will be putting some money into that. The first stock we're going to be buying is going to be Manulife, though. Manulife is another one of my favorite finance-based companies. They also have a very, very good yield right now. This stock had a good recovery from the pandemic, but recently it's taken a bit of a dip. If you go over the past month, once again, it's down 1.67%. But over the past 3 months, it's kind of been sitting a bit neutral. But if we look at the past year, it is kind of on a downwards dip. So once again, this is a stock I'm going to be investing into. I haven't bought too many shares of Manulife for a while, so I think it's about time to grab some. So I'm going to grab we'll go with 2 shares of Manulife, which will come up just under $50 Canadian here. I'm just going to go market buy, and we'll put this inside the personal account. We'll let that trade go, and then we'll use the TD fractional buy to put the other $50 in, which is a new feature from WealthSimple Trade in case you guys didn't know. And if you guys do want to sign up with WealthSimple Trade, there will be some links for WealthSimple Trade, WealthSimple Crypto, and WealthSimple Invest if you guys want to take advantage of those cool new offers. So if we go down here, and WealthSimple Trade is just at the bottom, the TD Bank stock is just at the bottom here, and I'm just going to go fractional buy, and I'm just going to put the rest of the money we have here, which is $54. We'll go 54 Canadian if my keyboard will work, and that'll buy 0.65 shares of TD. So we'll put that buy through, we'll buy that order, and there's our money for today. And those are the stocks I'm going to be focusing on. But once again, realistically, guys, you could focus on all kinds of different stocks here. And I just want to give you guys a quick little update. Our VFE, our American stocks inside of our personal account, is up 8%. So they've kind of gone a little bit over the past little while too. So that's super cool. And the 2 main ETFs that I hold are VDY and VFE. And I'll give you guys a quick little update on the overall stocks I hold inside my portfolio in just a second. So here's just a quick little update on the overall portfolio from Track Your Dividends. I haven't done this for a while. This is a free tool I use just to kind of keep track of some of the dividends and look at the overview of the portfolio to some extent. So our overall portfolio, if we have a summary of our personal account and our TFSA account, is 2.5% in terms of dividend yield. So that's not a lot of big dividend yield, but once again, we have a lot of growth stocks in there from our TFSA, and we do have a lot of dividend growth based Canadian stocks. So over time, that yield will slowly grow. And since I'm putting more money in the personal account right now, we could probably see that yield kind of creep up a little bit over the next little while. Our annual income is $2,433, which is about $200-ish or so per month. And if we go inside our diversification, we can take a little bit of a bigger peek inside the portfolio. So I'm going to show you guys some of the individual holdings in different percentages here. So my largest holding is VFE right now. That's the American fund. That's about 51%. This is the S&P 500. It's just traded in Canadian currency. It's a very, very popular fund. Very, very good fund if you just want to export yourself to the US market. It's also one of my best performing funds. So it's 50% of the portfolio right now. That over time will probably change. And my smallest holding is SIS, which is Severia Corporation, and this is a stock I definitely need to buy because it's performed quite well inside my portfolio as well. My largest holding is ETFs at 80%, so 80% of my portfolio is ETFs. That's kind of where I want it to be, 80 to 90% give or take. And the individual holdings, once again, are 51% VFE, 30% VDY. So 50% US growth stocks in S&P 500, 30% in the Canadian dividend stocks in the ETF. And then we have some individual ones like TD, RioCan, H&R REIT, Manulife, Alimentation Couche-Tard, Algonquin, TELUS, Fortis, and then some other little ones here like CNR and some different ones there. I kind of want to eventually bring them up to be around the same percentages overall, but there's just a little bit of information about some of the holdings inside my fund. And interestingly enough, we have 13 dividend payers, which I think is pretty much every stock I hold. Our highest yield is Manulife right now, which is sitting at 5.7%. And our largest income comes from VDY, which is our monthly ETF stock. So it's not really surprising. Here's some more information about the different sectors and whatnot. We'll kind of go towards the individual stocks so you guys can get an idea, but I kind of already went over this. Just kind of just tells you some of the different sectors and whatnot. So we have banks, we have REITs, we have insurance companies, financial services, we have grocery stores, consumer defense, which is alimentation, we have utilities, telecommunications, and industrials as well. So we kind of have exposure to a little bit of everything on this portfolio, and then our US stocks also give us exposure to the broader market as well. So we'll kind of work on that over time, but our portfolio has definitely been being diversified pretty good, I would say. And finally, here's a quick little update on how I'm living off my dividend income. Once again, the main goal of this portfolio was basically to eventually at some point in time get a dividend portfolio going. Now, I'm kind of younger, I'm 30 years old, so I'm not really living off my dividends yet, but one thing I wanted to do is kind of get to the point where I could still kind of appreciate the dividend income and kind of plan for the future and get ready for, as these dividend stocks and as my dividend income grows and I invest more money, I can focus more on dividends down the line. But one of the big things I've been trying to do is to kind of focus off living off some of my dividend income, paying for some simple things in life, and kind of just enjoying things. So one of the big things that I did was I started to, focus on some entertainment and different things like I bought with my dividends, like just basic things like I bought a TV, I bought a CD player, I bought a DVD player, just like these really simple things. And I started buying DVDs, and I've kind of built out a nice little DVD collection, as you guys can see. I've been kind of adding those to a spreadsheet and keeping track of them. And I bought some CDs as well, and that's been one of the big things I've been doing, and it's been a lot of fun. So I got a little collection going. It's been really cool, and that's kind of what I've been doing in my spare time. And I've also been watching some shows and whatnot as well, and playing some video games that I also paid for with my dividend income. So it's been super fun. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys did enjoy it, please sure to give it a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe if you guys want to see more videos. Take care, have yourself a good week, and I'll see you guys later.